In today's video, you're going to learn the full workflow from start to finish. So if you want to learn how to create an animated trading chart setup, I'm going to build it from the start to the finish and show you exactly how to do it step by step. So the first thing we do when we're in ChartAnimator, we decide which social media platform are you going to be posting this final video to. If you come over here into the corner, you can see we've got our aspect ratio. So we've got 16:9 for YouTube, Reels, TikTok, Instagram feed, or Instagram portrait size. I'm going to stick to landscape YouTube because that is the social media platform that I primarily use. So I stick to that. Now you decide, what are you going to build? We're going to build an SMC ICT reversal chart setup. I'm going to show you how to do it every step of the way. So what we do is we grab the group builder, come to preview. Once you're in the preview, we decide exactly how we want to make the candles look, how many candles you want. With bullish candles, we can add bearish candles, we can add bullish candles, we can add. So I normally just add a whole lot, then add it to the chart. And you can see here it is on the chart. Then we can come down and we can change the height, the width if you want to make it a bit bigger, and the gap if you want less gap size between. My focus in this is to create a reversal setup off a weekly chart. So I'm going to add one big candle over here. This is going to be the weekly candle. So I don't know what trading setups you guys use, but we're going to use the weekly highs or lows as our liquidity sweep. So you can imagine this is a weekly candle, and then we're going to have the high as the liquidity sweep. So I'm going to come down into the line tool, add a line tool. There you go, I've got the line tool there. So this is the area where we want to look for an entry. Once we've got that marked out nicely, I'm just going to bring this a little bit down, bring that a little bit down. There we go. So that looks fine. Just move this up a little. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the chart move up a little bit. So it comes over here. And you can play around, you can get it looking accurate, however you want the chart set up to look. Here we go. So what I want to do is I want to create a bit of a base at this point. And then here's the sweep, price sweeps the highs with this failure to displace pattern happening. We get a strong candle rejection back into the range, and then we get a huge collapse. I'm going to select everything, and then I'm just going to line it up so it's nicely perfect in the chart. There we go. I'm going to increase this a little bit. Basically, we've got it absolutely perfect. So now what I want to do as well, I want to add text. So just to show that this is the actual weekly candle, and this is going to go on top of the candle over here. I'm going to change that to black. So guys, this video is just showing the workflow. If you want to learn how to do the individual processes, go through every video on the channel. I've got a video and examples showing you every step of the way. And then also log into and click the link below to access ChartAnimator. It's for free to get in. You can build this for free and you can try it out. So now we've got the weekly there. I want to animate this so it kind of pops up. So we go to animations. I want it to scale up. So you can see if we push play, it scales up. Fantastic. So that is what we're going to start with. We're actually going to start with this single candle because this is where the basis starts, plays out. And then we've got the weekly. So the key is this is you arranging all the layers to fit perfectly. So now what I want to do is I want to animate the single candle builder. We select it, we go down to animation, and you can see that we get the reveal. And then as soon as it animates up and finishes, that's when we want the line path, the line tool to process. So we come down here, we activate that line tool, and there we go. So you can see if we play this out now, animate up, line tool, fantastic. And then what we do is, and then the group candle builder can actually start. And the actual candles can start playing out. So what we do here, I add an entry exit. So what you can do is you can add a nice entry. So it enters the chart very nicely. You can see there, it enters like that. But then we also want to add actual reveal animation. So it comes onto the chart and plays out. There we go. Plays out super nice. See, so we just got to extend this. So depending on the length, it's very important to try to figure out the timing of things. But with these layers, the way it's built in ChartAnimator makes it super simple. Plays out, then taps in there. Okay, so that's the sweep. So now I want to come down into this candle, and I want to focus on when the sweep happens, I want it to pause for a second. Just to illustrate that that's the sweep. Maybe you're teaching people how to identify a sweep. So there we go. So you can see price comes in, sweeps, we get a nice glow, 1-2 second breaks. So when it breaks, you want to pause as well, because that's going to show this break of structure or change of character or a CISD as well, which are all strong confirmations letting you know there's a reversal taking place. So now we've got this happening. I'm going to make it nice and red, and we turn that on for 2 seconds as well. So you can see it taps in break, sweep, come back into the range, break structure. So as price comes back into the range and breaks structure, that is where we're going to have another line tool. So I can duplicate the one on the chart, because that's what you can do. You can actually duplicate what's on the chart and you can reuse your layers. So you don't have to build them all over again. And then I can move this because I've duplicated. And that's going to be my break of structure over here. And I'm just going to make that red. So you can see here, we get the sweep, break of structure. And this is where you want to enter your trade at the break of structure, if that's how you teach it. So now we've got the entry tool. Let's just say we're going to enter on this nice big candle. Stop loss is going to go above the highs. Take profit is going to be at the lows. And you can remove the labels. We can increase the opacity. And we want to animate this as well, so it animates out nicely. There we go. All right, so once this hits and triggers, you can see it triggers over there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a really nice circle tool. We've got this very cool pulse wave animation we can add to the circle. So we add the circle, we turn off that, we add on the animation. You can see you turn on animation. Then we want to add pulse waves, and it adds all these pulse waves. You can see, there we go. But now we can also make the pulse waves go both ways, from the inside to the outside, so it triggers nicely. Okay, let's see. So as price takes profit, then we want this to trigger. There we go. Now let's play this over again. So price is moving up. It's approaching the liquidity, sweeps liquidity, comes back into the range, breaks the CISD. We look for entry, and bam, we enter the trade. So once we have this built and ready, guys, now what you can do is you can save it if you want to reuse it. You can turn it into a chart block, a template you can reuse, or we can come down here and export it. If you click export, then you can export it in different sizes, 720, 1080, 4K, and simply just click export and it'll export your file. Once it's exported, then you can upload it onto YouTube, to Instagram, whichever social media platform you're building your channel. I've had a lot of success with doing this on my channel. I've grown my channel to around 37,000 subscribers, and I sell multiple profits using this strategy and this technique. So I strongly recommend, if you're growing a trading channel, this is what you want to do. You want to create high engaging content. You want to teach your trades. Awesome, guys. If you want to learn more, click the link below. Watch the rest of these videos. Check out the software, play around, and build some super cool stuff.